What's up, YouTube?
What's up?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, do I have a special treat for you tonight? I'm filming this at like 9:30 at night because I had the job, unlike you apes and Wall Street Bets losers. Anyway, we're going to talk about Sain and his amazing step-by-step process for his 100K challenge. Now, I guess the challenge is to be able to lose $100,000 as fast as possible. Now, I know a lot of you clowns that love Sain because he has lots of subscribers. That means he's a genius. Well, let me tell you what. This guy is one of the dumbest mother effers I have ever seen on YouTube. It blows my mind to this day that this man somehow amassed more than 100 subscribers. And half of those should be bots. This guy is just dumb as hell. You're going to see as we go through this step-by-step process, this guy has no idea what he's doing. And of course, you can just go watch his videos and you'll see right off the bat, he's a freaking moron. And he should be freaking banned off YouTube, in my humble opinion. But who am I? I'm just a certified public accountant. I'm stupid. He has more subscribers. Anyway, let's go through this 100K challenge. I want to know more about you, Sain. Maybe I'm wrong about you. Maybe you have an amazing strategy to help people change their lives. So let's go. Number 1, invest/deposit. Okay, it's either one or the other. A minimum of $500 bi-weekly. Well, what if I can't afford to invest $500 bi-weekly? How does that work, Sain? Buy 125 shares minimum of each stock. Now, this is what really cracks me up about him. So he wants you to buy minimum of 125 shares of each stock. And your goal is to get 1,000 shares of each stock. Here's the thing, Chris. Some stocks are priced much more highly than other stocks. Instead of focusing on the amount of shares you have, you should focus on the percentage of the portfolio that stock is. For example, maybe you want to divide your portfolio into 20 stocks, and each stock is 5% each. Well, if you're focused on share amounts, your portfolio is going to be massively distorted by stocks that have very, very high share amounts. Same thing with a stock split. If there's a stock split, well, I mean, that's going to distort your portfolio as well. You're going to sell off, a huge part of the shares because there was a stock split. It's freaking stupid, okay? This guy's a moron. And the hilarious thing is, if you go look at Berkshire Hathaway stock, my face might be covering it, but it's $661,000 per share. So if I follow Sain's advice, our freaking hero, so many subscribers, oh my god, and I got 125 shares, I would need $82 million to accomplish that. Does that make sense, Mr. Chris? No. What if you wanted to buy a penny stock? Well, then, what, you just $1.25 and that's it? That's not diversification. That's just like a random smattering of crap. So that's just a stupid thing he has there, but, you can disagree. Use a stop loss on all high-risk plays. Well, I mean, if you're gambling, whatever, you can listen to him to be a gambling degenerate. But sure, you can do a stop loss on all your high-risk plays. But the thing with him is all his plays are high-risk. He buys massively unprofitable companies. And I swear all he does is just find a stock that's gone up recently because he's so smart. He's such a genius. He sees a stock that's gone up recently or is probably like popular on YouTube, and he just tells you to buy it. No big, entry points, exit points. You just buy the stock, bro. That's all you gotta do. Only hold 2 high-risk plays at a time. That's funny, Chris, because it seems like your entire freaking portfolio is high-risk plays. Unprofitable, garbage stocks that are hyped by a bunch of freaking losers like Wall Street Bets. Number 5. Only hold a total of 10 stocks in your portfolio. Why? That is not sufficient diversification for you to protect yourself. If one of those stocks gets annihilated, that's going to hurt your returns very, very, very significantly. I think you should have 9,000 plus stocks in your portfolio by buying total world index funds and tax advantage accounts. But who am I? Number 6, a home run equals a 100% return on a stock. Okay, I mean, is there a time frame? Like, what's your goal for how long you want to achieve 100%? I mean, eventually, most stocks will achieve 100% return. Well, not most stocks, but you know, if you buy an index, you're eventually going to get 100% return by just buying and holding. You don't have to trade it out of stocks and pay taxes. Number 7, have 1 to 3 pillars, i.e., Apple, probably overvalued. Facebook, sold off recently, still probably expensive. Microsoft, another large cap tech, probably overvalued. And Amazon, massively overvalued. The pillars of your portfolio should not be individual stocks. The rock, the foundation of your portfolio, should be a broadly diversified index fund or ETF. In my opinion, I think it should be VTETF, the Vanguard Total World Index ETF. That's my opinion. You can do VTI, whatever. That's a Vanguard Total U.S. stock market. But an individual stock is not the rock or the pillar of your portfolio. That is freaking ridiculous advice. And I think in one video he said, Tesla should be a pillar. Tesla, one of the biggest bubbles I've ever seen in my freaking life. Yeah, genius. Number 8. Oh, here's a good one. Invest in crypto. Well, number 1, you're not investing. You're gambling on a bunch of freaking trash, okay? So he wants you to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, which I don't know how you're going to have money left over to buy that stuff if you're trying to buy Berkshire Hathaway and you need $86 million to get 125 shares. But if you want to speculate, not invest, if you want to speculate and gamble on cryptocurrency, you go right ahead there, butt boy. Number 9, identify what your long-term and short-term plays. So, okay, why is that not at the beginning of your freaking list of rules? You should identify what your short, intermediate, long-term goals are. If you have a short-term financial goal, you shouldn't put it into a tax advantage account. It should be in a taxable account. Maybe you want to save for a vacation. Maybe you should have that in short-term bonds or a checking or a savings account. Intermediate-term goals. Maybe you should have a mix of broadly diversified index funds, stock index funds, and maybe a bunch of bonds even then. Long-term goals, retirement. Maybe that should be your IRA, your 401k. You should be planning that. You should be thinking about your financial goals at the beginning. That's like the starting point, not number freaking 9 on the list, okay? Because after you've bought your 125 shares of Berkshire Hathaway, then you start thinking about your long-term goals. Jesus, makes me sick. Max out your Roth IRA. Yet again, why is that at the end? And I guarantee you, Chris has no idea how Roth IRAs are taxed. I'd be curious, Christopher. You're so genius. You're so smooth and slick and amazing. You're so smart. You're so stylish with that stupid little hat that you wear. You freaking loser. I want you to explain to me the benefits of a Roth IRA. Just explain it to me. You know, what is it? And, I mean, I'm surprised he's even telling you to max your Roth IRA. And the funny thing is, he has his account on Stock on Robinhood. Robinhood doesn't have a Roth IRA option. So he's showing his fans how to buy crap on Robinhood, and there's no Roth IRA available. That doesn't make any freaking sense, you moron. If you really cared about investing in tax advantage accounts, which I fully support that, by the way, I think you should max your Roth IRA. That should be like number 2 on your list after you identify your financial goals. But you're not going to do it on Robinhood or Webull, loser. Number 11. Oh, now we're funding our emergency fund. So we're going to deposit $500 bi-weekly. We're going to buy 125 shares of Berkshire Hathaway. We're going to hold only 10 stocks that you do barely any research on. You just copy stocks that are on momentum trends. We're going to have the foundation of our portfolio be massively overvalued tech companies. Tesla. Then we're going to invest in crypto. Then we're going to max our Roth IRA in Robinhood, supposedly, even though there's no Roth IRA. And then we're going to max. Then we're going to fund our emergency fund. 3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months of what? Sain, you're not a financial advisor, okay? You're freaking garbage. Fund your emergency fund. 3 to 6 months. Point number 11. And then number 12, pay off debt. Well, should you put your emergency fund first? Pay off your debt first? max your IRA first? What's the order of operations here? This is very like all over the place. Christopher, that's your name. So, what is my thought of this abortion of a freaking financial guidance plan? I think it's freaking trash, okay? You need to start and think about your short, intermediate, long-term goals. Then you need to create some kind of emergency fund, I'd say 1 to 2 months. Then you need to get your 401k match. Then you need to attack high-interest debt. Once that's gone, then you can focus on building up your emergency fund even more and then maxing your tax advantage accounts and buying total world stock market index funds. Don't touch individual stocks unless they're a small part of your portfolio. And don't invest in stupid cryptocurrency like a freaking gambling loser, okay? It's all garbage. You don't have to worry about high-risk plays. It's just a waste of your time. Probably going to lose all your money. And don't worry about home runs. You can't focus on the short term because the stonks that you buy, they might be flat for a long time. But if you buy a nice, good individual stock that you've done good due diligence on, eventually you're going to get your home run. But if you're focused on getting home runs in the short term, you're just going to be throwing your money into highly speculative plays that are probably going to, have you down at the docks laying on the cold cement, crying and, moving your hands and on the piss-soaked concrete as you're getting violated by a sailor. That's my thoughts. So overall, this is freaking horrible garbage. But, he's got more subscribers, so I'm just a moron. Whatever. Anyway, don't listen to Chris Sain. He's a total loser. Total sellout loser. He has no idea what he's doing. Go to the Reddit subreddit r/Chris_Sain. He's lost his buddies tons of money. Go read the stories. He gives zero guidance. He just basically says to hop on the newest hype stock. And then he claims to get home runs, but half the time he tells you to buy a stock. Then it crashes significantly. And then when it goes up a little bit from the very bottom, he says, "Oh, I got a home run!" Garbage. Anyway, that's it. Have a great day, Chris Sain. It was nice to read your perspective on this, and I've definitely learned a lot from you and your ilk. Anyway, like, subscribe, tell your friends about me. Y'all have a wonderful night. Chew!